We're back. It's a Dark Horse Sports podcast. We got a lot to talk about, including the NBA Finals, UFC Freedom 250, the Stanley Cup Finals, and the World Cup. My name is Ben. I'm with my friends
Michael,
Colin,
Enrico,
and these are my boys. So this is what we're going to talk about. It's the 250th birthday of America, and UFC just put on this huge pay-per-view on Paramount Plus and all around the world called UFC Freedom 250. It was actually on the South Lawn of the White House. It was crazy. There were, how much was it? 9,000 people or 8,000 people around the huge TVs and everything. We watched it live when it was on television. It was a good time. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Rico, you want to start?
Yeah, man. Like, I thought it was pretty cool to watch all the servicemen out there and watch the fighters get down and dirty, especially out, like we were saying previously, at a, backyard brawl type of thing. I didn't really like the politics involved, but, it is a free country. We're allowed to say whatever we like. But keep that to the side. I really enjoyed the fighting. I thought there was some really blood going on, which really excited me. And it's just pure fucking carnage. Excuse my language. But that was my take on it,
Yeah. What about you guys?
Dana White said no more fights at the White House, which I think is a mistake. That was freaking amazing. I love that thing.
It was awesome.
We didn't do that great. We went 4-3, but it's a winning record, so I'll take it. That last fight was insane with Gaethje and that I think he had something in his glove. I think he was shaking a little bit, but that was my opinion.
Huge underdog victory there.
Yeah, that was some bull.
I thought the fights were awesome. We had 7 knockouts.
That was the first UFC event where every match on the card ended up in a KO or a TKO. First time ever happening. It was a controversial event. Mike, you brought up the point that it wouldn't happen again, but Dana White also said they probably wouldn't do the Sphere either. The reason being is the production cost it was a lot of money. I think it was $60 million to put that on. But did you guys hear, even though it was controversial and some people didn't tune in, I actually usually text one of my friends who's really big in the UFC, but she's also very anti-Trump, very liberal and stuff, and she refused to watch it because it was on the White House lawn, man.
Oh, come on!
And she missed probably the greatest UFC event ever, in my opinion.
Awesome.
But apparently it did Super Bowl level numbers. We're talking 120 to over 150 if you count the replays million viewers.
Where are you getting this data from?
Insane. This is what I heard, right? So it hasn't. I think Paramount Plus came out today, and Joe Rogan was hinting that they're going to release the official numbers soon. I guess it's possible, though, if you're talking about worldwide viewers, and it's not like an American phenomenon thing like the Super Bowl is.
Well, but
people in Paris aren't waiting for.
We have the World Cup, we have the Stanley Cup, we have baseball. I mean, there's a lot of things that people are watching.
But even so, Ben was talking about his friend that's a liberal and a woman. My mom hates violence. She was watching the whole thing.
I know. Yeah, Mike. I know at least two people. Who never watched UFC before in their life, and they watched it and they loved it. It was a good time. It's possible they might not be talking about TV sets. They might be talking about actual people who watched it. Remember, there was also 100,000 people, if you considering all the people out there. Well, I don't know about 100,000, but close to it, just standing there to watch it.
In the cold.
In the area. Joe Rogan was saying how incredible it was because you heard the people cheering out there around the stage and the fights, and the celebrities are out there, and then you hear another roar from the crowd, from the rest of the setup, the ellipse, I think they called it. Additionally, it was this huge thing because we were talking on the last episode, what about rain and this and that, but they set up this giant thing called the Claw, and it looked awesome. It looked really cool.
Oh, please.
And they were it's supposed to cover them from rain and stuff. But Rico, you know what I heard? They said the wind was low, but just enough to keep the mosquitoes away. the storm literally parted and went around the White House, and there was no rain. It was the perfect night. It went off without a hitch. I thought it was sick.
They did back up an hour.
The interesting thing that I thought is the Paramount Plus numbers and whatnot, but for such a big anniversary, I mean, I understand UFC is under the Paramount contract, but I would assume they would somehow release it to the rest of the people in the country. I feel like the numbers could have been even bigger if they just allowed everybody to watch it because of such.
If they had fireworks, the numbers would have been bigger.
I'm telling you, did you guys? They did have fireworks, bro. Did you watch? Did you guys watch it at home?
I watched it at a local bar, and then watched the Gaethje fight at home.
Yes. So I realized that a lot of the bars was actually carrying the UFC fight.
Yeah.
Like even bars that have never had UFC pay-per-views or anything before.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like they had this on there, so it's possible. I think.
That would be pretty cool.
Nobody thought it happened again.
But let the haters hate. That was a good
Exactly,
event. I mean, that main event was awesome too.
Hey.
We've got the future of UFC. He looked good. What's his name? You got to remind me, Colin. What's that guy's name? He was a huge favorite against Gaethje.
Yeah, which fight?
Oh,
the main event.
The main event?
I was just very surprised in the Topuria and the Pereira fight. I mean, both of those two fights, the final two fights, very surprised by how they ended. But hey, I'm not upset either. Gaethje's American. He finally got his championship in his third championship fight. He lost the first two chances he had, and he finally got it. So good for him, man. And then Game, man, wow,
most of
What's
all
that?
the fighters were American, weren't they? There was maybe like I saw the Brazilian.
I mean,
guy.
It was a mix. There were
it was a mix.
Brazilians.
It was definitely a mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
do you guys think of the What do you guys think of the flyover? Like at the beginning of the event?
Oh,
How'd
sick.
you guys like that?
That was pretty awesome.
I liked all of it.
Cool.
Right.
I
thought all of it was cool. The production value. I liked how some people were saying, "Oh, the military making them look like props," but honestly, like I was in the military, I thought it was awesome. I was just like, "Let's just go!" Like this is like super machismo. I dig it though.
When they were walking through the White House,
Medal of Honor winners, yeah,
cool too,
first responders.
Because it's a way to honor them. You know what I mean? At least from my perspective, I thought it was kind of cool.
The Marine Corps band, that lady was singing her lungs off. And they're singing Spanish songs. There was like some white dude in a Marine Corps uniform. I was like, yo, they're killing it. It was awesome.
They had the orchestrator and everything, dude. They had the whole fucking 9 yards, man.
That's the Marine Corps band. The President's Own, that one's called. By the way, we've got two gamblers in the middle, and Mike and Colin. Did you guys place any bets on that night, fight night?
Yeah, we did. We went 4-3
on all 7.
How'd you do?
We went 4-3.
We went 4-3 because of the two upsets at the end. We had Pereira.
Are you talking about Gane and Pereira?
We lost
that one, and then the Topuria. We had Topuria in that one too.
Yeah.
I had Gane. My brother, I don't know how much you guys won. My brother won like $700, right?
Nice.
He and wait till we talk about the World Cup. He just makes the most ridiculous, craziest bets. Like
Kalishi or Park Market?
He bet. I think it was DraftKings. He bet on the Gaethje fight. By the way, he bet on Gaethje. I was like, you don't watch UFC. You don't know these guys. The other guy was like a huge favorite. Why'd you bet on Gaethje? He's like, because he was American, and that was the only reason he had. That was it.
Well,
wait until I tell you about his gambling record. He's just crazy.
I also feel
he made some
people
good money.
like that don't bet. They see a plus 3, 4. They're just gonna put money on it no matter what. That's the money maker right there. You know what I mean? You're not gonna put it on no minus.
Always bet on the underdog.
I think you're right for a lot of things, but my brother makes the craziest bets, and somehow he hits. Wait till I tell you about the other ones, but I actually thought Pereira fought well, but I didn't think he was gonna win to the other match we were just talking about, just because he's not a natural heavyweight, and I just felt like he bit off more than he can chew. He could probably beat some heavyweights, but I just thought maybe he bit off too much than he could chew when he fought Gane. However, he's disputing that. I don't know if you guys saw. He's disputing the results of the fight because he said he got hit in the back of the head a few times.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. But the biggest thing is, when John Jones went up to heavyweight, he added that weight over a meticulous amount of time, like 3 years, and then just dismantled Gane when they fought, right? Alex just put that weight on, and he looked bloated and chubby. His skin looked weird, like red almost. I don't know. It just looked weird to me. he looked good stand up, but he just caught by that jab and then was just wobbling the rest of the fight and it's got
It's
taken
probably
out.
the heavy winds blowing through
That's my
the
question.
arena.
What do you guys think? Do you think he tries again at heavyweight? I know he's asking for a rematch, or do you think it's the smarter call to just go back down to light heavyweight where his body's really good? He's the champ. What do you guys think? You think he should give it another go up there,
Well,
I
if you ask me, I think
give him one more shot, and then if it doesn't work out,
I think everybody deserves a rematch. You know, even maybe like best out of 3 matches or something.
It'll be interesting to see when they fight again. Gain had some power and had some movement, lateral movement. That you could tell Pereira was having trouble tracking, for sure.
Did you guys hear that? I heard something
Yeah.
that Dana White like banned a fighter from fighting at UFC. Is that kind of like farce, or did you guys hear anything like that?
It was just Sean Strickland. He went to the UFC fan, where all the fans were, and he got kicked out and arrested. And I'm pretty sure that's what I think.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's
Yeah, I
Strickland.
think he made some inflammatory comments about like UFC, Trump, and Netanyahu or something.
Oh
So
wow!
I said, "You're not welcome here." He wasn't like they just basically said, "Just don't show up then," and he showed up. He was trolling, and the cops pointed him out because all the fans were swarming around
That's
to
what
him.
he does. I mean, he
They got
trolls
him out of
everybody,
there.
so.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Justin Gaethje said that he wouldn't rematch with Ilia Topuria because he quit on the stool. So I mean, he looked pretty beat up. Hopefully, he gets healthy soon because I still think he's an amazing fighter. And at least in the UFC, like a loss isn't like the end of the world. He could still be one of the best, So
I just don't think. Here, this is what I'll tell you. So Gaethje, if he says he's not going to do that, I mean, the UFC is going to force him to retire. A lot of people are already questioning
That makes
if he's gonna
sense.
retire.
Yeah.
If he's not going to take a rematch against somebody that was the featherweight champion and the lightweight champion, the UFC is going to push Gaethje out. It just doesn't make sense. You can't just call your shot after randomly just finally winning a championship. You just fought a guy that was already a champion in 2 weight classes that beat 3 guys, Volk, Oliveira, and Holloway, like back to back to back. So I don't feel like Gaethje can be calling his shots on that one.
You're probably right. I believe though he's either going to retire on top of the,
That's
finally
what I
winning
would
the
do.
belt, or he's going to wait to see the results of the Conor McGregor.
Hallway.
Yeah,
Poirier
that'd be
fight.
interesting. That one's at welterweight.
Get it
That fight
one.
is so
Yeah,
interesting.
I think so. Get a big payday maybe, and then just be done with it.
What do you guys
Before you
think
rise
about
off
the
into the sunset.
Hurricanes taking their Stanley Cup?
I called every single game of that series, baby. Let's go!
Yeah,
Every
Every single
awesome.
game went on.
I didn't
I
think
think-
Vegas was gonna take it this year. I was happy that the Hurricanes ended up taking it. I think it's their first one in their franchise history.
They played a
Honestly,
really
I just
good
called
second half of that series. The first half, the Knights looked pretty good, but
Yeah,
the Hurricanes
first half
locked
was-
in on the second half of that series.
Right.
And won the last 3 games. Like, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, and honestly, the reason why I picked the Hurricanes to win Game 6, I was so swamped with other sports like World Cup just starting. I'm like, okay, I need this to end so I can just focus on this. You know?
I thought
Hey,
they
yeah, look,
deserved it.
that's how it works.
I think they fully deserved it. I mean, they picked up fire right at the right time. In the last
Yeah.
couple of games. I mean, when you score like 3 goals within less than 30 seconds, I mean, that's a little phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that is
insane.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was their
It was a
first
good
championship
series.
in 20 years.
I
also,
agree. I agree.
Which is a cool draw,
Right. Then obviously there's the big topic going on right now, which is the World Cup soccer.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Too many ties.
Welcome to the soccer world.
Tuesday there's 4 draws, bro. Me and Michael so far in the World Cup were 12, 2, and 9 ties. So 12 wins, 2 losses, 9 ties. 9 ties.
It could be. It could be
Wow.
13. Colombia's up on Uzbekistan with
1-0.
at halftime. Yeah.
1-0.
Dude, it's like constant soccer everywhere. I go to the bar, there's soccer. I go home, there's soccer. It's just
It's the World Cup, baby.
it's
I don't
fucking
even
cool,
even
man.
really
We
like
should have this
soccer.
year round.
I know. I don't even really like soccer, but I was so hyped for the Team USA game. I like had people over, had drinks. That was a fun game. My
Although,
brother won 700 on that. The craziest stuff. He bet that Team USA would score in the first 10 minutes. He also had a 3-leg parlay that Team USA would win the game, score 3 or more goals, and that Balogun would score the first goal for Team USA.
jeez.
And it's funny because he technically had the second point, but the first goal for Team USA was an own goal. So it's his first goal by Balogun was actually still counted by
Oh wow,
the
That's
DraftKings
crazy.
or whoever
that
the
is crazy.
we're not sponsored.
Although I
by
will
them.
say it is, there's one thing I
Yeah,
dislike that's
see.
going on in the World Cup, and that's like the people, like some of the players are not able to play with their team because of immigration status or whatnot, which I think kind of sucks.
Oh, I saw some of that.
You know, if you're part of the
No,
team, you
yeah.
should be allowed to play.
I don't know, man.
Well,
I don't know. Just it's just like it's just like get checked out, bro. Like if you got any kind of blemish on your like record and you might be a security threat in any country, like why are you here, bro?
This is
Like,
true.
why are you here? That's it. That's all it comes down to. I know people are upset, like, oh, is it because they're foreigners and they got to
Probably.
get like patted down by ICE or whatever it was, whatever they were saying.
I
Or,
mean,
like-
partially
I was like,
that comes
bro,
down to-
we live in the age of terrorism. Like,
Right.
chill.
Partially, I think that comes down to the individual federations as well. They should check if their players are able to go to different countries.
But I mean, my point of view, it's
Yeah,
the World
that
Cup.
too.
It should be accepting of people, you know, instead of trying to get people out. But yes, there is a security threat amongst us also. So I'm
Mhm.
you know,
Big
I think
crowds.
it kind of sucks, but at the same time, I could see why we actually need, you know, to go through these processes and not allow everybody in. I mean, it's understandable, but you know, the idea of the World Cup is to bring everybody together. But that's not thinking of the bad people that might be out there either, you know. I guess I'm a little
Exactly,
bit
dude.
optimistic in that perspective, thinking that everybody should be good.
Just because you play a sport doesn't mean you can't be radicalized. I mean, there's like 19-year-old kids and 18-year-old kids shooting up schools and stuff. Like
Well, that's true.
anybody can get it, bro. So I think that it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but if you got a shady background or some intel, like we don't know. Maybe somebody even like. You ever heard of the term swatted? Maybe someone even put some bad news out
Right,
there
that's
against their
right.
competitors, and now they got to check them out. I don't know. So I don't want to get too deep into it, but that's just my response
No,
to you,
that's
Rico.
fair. I
I know a lot of
understand.
people are talking about on
And
socials.
The other thing I wanted to bring up in regards to the World Cup was Messi with his 3 goals.
He's the GOAT, man.
Oh, isn't he
Messi.
though? Oh, my
Messi, Holland, and
Yeah.
and who's that kid from France all went off yesterday.
But not all
Mbappe.
3 goals.
Mbappe.
Messi had 3.
Mbappe went off, but I will
Yeah,
say
he's a
Ronaldo
beast.
did it first
But he
in
ain't the GOAT yet.
2018 against Spain. Last night,
Right.
Messi did this against what team? So
Argentina?
you gotta put it in this perspective too. That was not a
Algeria.
good team last night that he did that against. You know what I mean? Comparatively to
Fair,
Um,
but
Ronaldo.
he's still the GOAT.
did it in 2018
I
against
agree.
Spain against Spain.
I think he has the like.
And
I think
Spain
Messi has
I
the
missed most of the
Mbappe
game, I'll be
World Cup
honest.
goal.
Happy birthday! What the hell?
That's the biggest
It's been
surprise
fun.
of this tournament so far. Like,
It's
how did
looking
Spain
fun.
not get the ball in the goal? That goalkeeper, did you guys see what's
He was
happening?
insane.
4-year-old dude.
He had like 40K fucking followers, and now he's got like 7 million in a day.
Wow.
Where everybody watched him, you know, block all these goal attempts. It's pretty cool.
I think it's-
gaining
That
that
is cool. That's
He's doing
insane,
something
actually,
cool.
to be able to do that. Man, I wonder
Next
what
to
people
world
are saying
stage.
about him.
That's cool. Yeah.
No, I'm really
That's
excited for
crazy.
the World Cup, especially for little stuff like that. Like I would say, I think Messi has the most goals scored in any World Cup. I know that
I think he's
in the
tied
Mexican
officially.
team
Tied
there was a
first, yeah.
17-year-old actually playing in the with the national team, and he might be there for a few years. You know, I think those storylines are pretty exciting. You know, to hear about
Mhm.
these up and coming players that might be there for a very long time. You know, as long as they keep healthy. I'm actually looking
Totally.
forward to maybe going to a fan fest, maybe this weekend or the
That'd be
following
fun.
weekend, just to check it out and see how people are reacting. You know.
Pretty
I'm
cool.
glad you mentioned that, Rico, because the one thing that has been really awesome is seeing people from all different countries come to the U.S. because we're hosting the World Cup this year, and seeing these takeovers of different towns. These
Freddie.
people posting like, "America's so cool. The roads are so big. So much food. I love Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell." It's
That's
crazy.
all I've been seeing on the feed. That's all I've been seeing. Have you guys seen Freddie?
No, what's that?
Or the Tartan Army in Boston, or the Norwegians in
Freddie's
Boston.
one. I don't know what country he's from, but it's just one of those, people from another country coming over, just experiencing everything America has to offer, and it's their economy.
Amerigasm.
There's a report out there that in Boston at St. Adams, they did 4 times what they usually do for National Holiday just because of how much beer the Scots drink.
Jeez.
4 times what they usually do.
The Scots also said they said that the plane that they came over on ran out of beer. 4 hours in.
Dude, they know how to party. I know. Brazil's coming to Philly. That'll be fun. I've got games on the East Coast. Boston takeover. I heard Japan was extra friendly. Jameis Winston was actually helping them pick up trash after the game. I made a big deal about that.
I think they cleaned up the locker room after they were done with it.
That's crazy. But I think there's been some good games. As a non-regular to the sport of soccer, I think it's fun. It's been exciting. And it's really cool seeing all these other countries come here and,
100%.
I think that's the beauty of the World Cup, where we get to see we get to experience a lot of different cultures, especially in our backyard. That's why I'm kind of looking forward to checking out one of them fan fest.
Yeah, you should. And report back. Report back on the next episode.
For sure.
Recap.
Before we move on to the NBA Finals, I just want to hear you guys' thoughts, because I'm sure you guys all watched the USA game too. Is it too far-fetched to say that USA is looking good comparatively to a few of these teams that are known to be very good soccer teams?
I think
I
so.
need to see one more game to be able to
Okay. I want to see how they do against Australia. Australia had a really good defense against Turkey. They were pretty good, but yeah,
Because the thing I like to say in the World Cup, usually your standing doesn't really matter. It's going to come down to what you can do during that game, during that that day. So you can be ranked last and still win the cup, or you can be ranked first and still end up somewhere in the middle of the pack, let's say. But it's true, like in football, right? Any given Sunday. Yep. I feel the same with soccer. It's any given game, you can either win or lose. And especially once you get to the elimination rounds.
Yeah, it was cool. I think they looked really good. We'll see. I agree with Mike. We'll see how they look. But as of right now, like, they've come out the gate strong, and it's fun to watch. Even if they're the underdogs, I like rooting for the underdogs, and I think we're still only a 2% chance to win the World Cup. Yeah. Let's see if that changes after Australia.
Well, actually, I think it's going to really matter once we get out of the group rounds and start getting into the elimination rounds.
Of course. Yeah.
That's when we were going to see the really dominant teams come out on front. And those that are, they're not as good are not going to move. But that should be interesting coming up. I'm excited for that for sure.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the Knicks pulling that off?
I know, that was pretty cool.
Talk of the town.
I was happy about that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Those New York fans going crazy cheering. I mean, it was just a wild.
Right. New York Knicks haven't won a championship for 53 years, and now they're expecting. I read millions of people at the championship parade.
That would make sense.
Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's tomorrow.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy. I don't know. I mean, hats off to Jalen Brunson.
Playing the refs. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, taking the pay cuts, playing hard, also getting a lot of criticism and playing through it, leaving the fans and all the chaos and controversy out of it. I mean, I think he was deserving of the MVP, and it is what it is, It was fun to watch. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of today's NBA, like I said, but this was a good showcase.
I thought so.
What it could be.
Probably a good series.
Very competitive.
I still believe that tall guy looks like the guy from Stranger Things, like the spider from Stranger Things.
Wembanyama.
Yeah, that guy is just.
You think he looks like Vector?
Yes.
Whatever his name.
That guy's huge, and then wearing the black Spurs outfit.
So I know this isn't exactly sports talk related, but it's sportsmanship related. I was watching, and I'm still seeing it. A lot of people are calling Victor Wembanyama out, saying like he's got, like talking crap about him because he didn't shake anyone's hands.
No.
And showed poor sportsmanship after the finals and everything. I don't know if you have an opinion on that at all, but
I mean,
they're saying, what else could he do?
Some players are just like that. What was it, Barry Bonds from the San Francisco Giants? He used to do the same thing. You know, he would just kind of like not pay attention to his fans and kind of be like a stick in the mud, you know? And I'm sure there's been a few NFL players. I forgot who he was. What was that called?
What's that?
Just put yourself in issues. You know, you're 22 years old. You've lost every game, 4 games in a row with double-digit leads. You know,
He's not
watch what Brunson does. Well, I love Brunson, and I'm proud of everything that he did, and everything that you said is true. But if you watch the way Brunson played that fourth quarter, it was very foul baiting, which is not the way you probably should be playing a game. And you know, that, in my opinion, and I'm sure other people's opinions, it was a little foul baity for me, and I really like him, man. But you know, you're pulling up for 3, running into guys, and they're fucking they're giving you 3 shots for just running into the dude and pulling up. It's just, in my opinion, it was a little foul baity. So maybe he was feeling some of that stuff that I even saw just watching it on the side or on the TV. You know what I mean? He was playing the dang game. You know.
Well, Colin, you bring up a good point. Like, I would like to hear, like, hopefully we get some people commenting on the cast and see how they felt about that, you know, what they feel about, like, certain players not interacting with the audience or with their fans or whatnot. Does it still want to make me a fan of that person, even though he might be as good as everybody's saying? Or maybe not, just because, you know, like I said, he might be a stick in the mud that I can't really interact or talk to, but yet, because he's a sporting, you know, god, for lack of a better word, you know, where's the line here? You know, like, do I like him for his sports or do I like him for his personality? I think that's a question that it's up to every individual to answer.
Yeah, I mean,
100%. You know?
like Michael Collins said, put yourself in his shoes. What? I wouldn't want to talk to you after I lost. Well, I don't want to punch you in the face, but I wouldn't want. What? Yeah.
Most of the teams are very respectful. It was very off that they did that, but I can also see why they probably did it, and that's all I'm saying. I don't think it was a good thing that they did it. It would have been respectful for them to do it, but from what I could see, that's potentially what they were upset about or something. You know?
Right, I could see that. I mean, but it's really up to every individual, you know. I mean, are you a fan because of their sports performance, or are you a fan because of their character?
Well, even though the series ended in a 4-1 victory for the New York Knicks, I think it was a pretty competitive series. A lot of people are really happy that the Knicks had finally won because, you know, the Spurs have won a few championships in our lifetime, and now the Knicks have done it. There's all these stories about how great the Knicks used to be, but they were pretty trash for a long time, ever since, you know, the Ewing and Starks, and actually since the 90s they got shut down by the Bulls and the Pacers and stuff. I don't know. It's exciting. We'll see what happens.
Don't forget.
But as far as
Brunson.
What's that?
I said, don't forget Brunson, Rick Brunson.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, as far as the foul baiting thing goes, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, and as far as the foul baiting thing goes, I mean, that's today's NBA. I mean, you know, I don't want to get too deep into that because we're hitting our limit, but we can maybe save that for another show.
Perfect. But yeah, as you said, we're kind of getting there. Any last thoughts?
Nope. A lot of really good sports right now. I mean, like, wow, it's just a lot of good stuff. We're at a good season. It's always fun talking about it. And if you are watching this show, you know, follow us online or on Instagram and let us know
leave a comment
what your thoughts are. And what you'd like us to talk about. What is our handle? Somebody share that.
Sports. Sports.
Oh,
It's Dark Horse Sports 2026.
there you
Is
go.
our Instagram handle, and then on YouTube, you think you just gotta look up Dark Horse Sports.
Look up Dark Horse Sports, guys. It's that easy. But hey, it was fun. We've got a lot more topics for the next show. Again, my name is Ben.
Peace out, guys. My name is Rico.
I'm Colin.
Michael.
We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
We're out.
Finish him!